soon as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Kazual Konvos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Kazual Konvos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
A tough combo. And I feel weird today. I haven't been here in a long time inside the studio. So how do you feel?
Hey, how do I feel? I feel I'm chilling.
You're irky. That's what you are.
I'm here, you know.
So, what we'll be talking about today.
We will be talking about social media etiquette when in a relationship. Right, that would make me take a deep breath too.
Who came up with this?
So I'm
cold.
Huh? What's like to be cold on here?
I don't know. Call her.
Oh wait, first of all,
is it Felicia?
No, Naomi.
Naomi came up with this.
Well, first off, let's say happy birthday to Naomi.
Happy birthday, Naomi.
But yeah, she came up with this topic. I don't know how. She didn't tell me. She just said, "Hey, topic idea."
So, social media etiquette when in a relationship. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of things on the thing when I had to go to my local Google. Yeah.
Okay.
So I figure a lot of people don't understand like what etiquette is, period. And we see these things in our everyday lives where etiquette is not displayed and we don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So etiquette is a code of polite behavior in a society or among members of a particular profession or group.
That sounds about right.
Do you have etiquette?
I think I got some good etiquette.
Mm-hmm. Who told you that?
I did.
Oh. Okay. So, let's go with this one.
No, do you got some good etiquette?
Not all the time, I don't. And I know I don't always have good etiquette.
I know in certain, like I would say, I know when to have etiquette.
Well, what's social etiquette?
You want me to read it?
Mm-hmm.
Social etiquette is exactly how it sounds. It refers to the behavior you resort to.
And in social situations, interactions with your family, friends, co-workers, or strangers, we're expected to follow social norms in order to coexist and live in harmony. Social etiquette influences how others perceive or treat you. So we're going to be discussing, I guess, perception. How are you perceived? Why are you laughing?
I'm here.
So, far as social media goes, what do you think is social media etiquette? Because I think you got to get the ground. Who made this stuff up, first of all? Who come up with it?
The social. Like, I don't know. I can't even tell you.
Did she say the social?
Yeah, the social. It's like, it's just like having like social guidelines.
Who set the guidelines though? So if you're in a relationship with somebody, is it supposed to be, okay, you just say, oh, I know what I'm supposed to do? Or is there like, do y'all have a conversation?
Oh, y'all definitely got to have a conversation. Because you could have somebody that's in a relationship that's not big on social media, like they're not on social media. Mm-hmm. And then you can have the other person where they pretty much just display their entire life on social media. So you got to know like how comfortable your partner feels about what you put on social media and what you don't put on social media. As far as especially how you communicate with other people on social media.
Okay.
Because a lot of, especially with text messages, a lot of people can take it certain different ways. So it's like, you could just be like, oh, you look nice in that picture. And somebody be like, oh, they flirting with you. Got to be careful with emojis you send, everything.
You do?
I mean, I don't post that much on social media. I just be watching stuff.
I think it depends on, I think sometimes some people read too much into it, even if you're not in a relationship. That could either be in like a friendship, like I say, like even coworkers, people who you just know. I think sometimes, let me ask you first before I answer. Do you think people take it too seriously?
Yes, most definitely.
In what ways?
It's like people will literally let social media ruin the entire relationship. Oh, sorry. I jumped ahead.
Yeah, you jumped the gun.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's say, because you right here in front of me, and Rich on not gonna talk. So if you let's say you meet somebody online, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go with that one first. So don't they already know your behaviors? Are you supposed to change your behaviors because you meet with the person, or do y'all have a conversation about expectations?
Y'all will have a conversation about expectations moving forward. If that conversation is not had, then there will be issues 9 times out of 10.
When do you have that conversation? Because if they try to holler at you through social media, why would you have to switch up? That would be my thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, but some people are like, okay, well, that's how you got me. But now that you got me, just do something different.
Like what? What would be the difference? Because you have some people that share everything anyway. Whether it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could be, I woke up this morning, I brushed my teeth, and I use this type of toothpaste. It's like every inch of their life or detail is posted on social media, regardless of whether they're in a relationship or not. So at what point do you have the conversation like, I know I met you on here, but who sets the ground rules, or like at what point do you have that conversation? If you met that way, we're gonna do that one first.
If you met that way, y'all should have that conversation before y'all even make anything official.
Okay.
Like, that conversation should be had in the talking stage. Like, especially if like you're talking to them and of course, if you're talking to them, you want a relationship. Like, you should be able to say like, when in a relationship, I expect this from my partner, especially on social media. And like, I would do this X, Y, and Z. Like, that conversation should be had before you even set a title on anything.
And so what if the person's like, because I was like this before you even met me. So why I gotta change now?
That's a boundary thing. So that's up to that person to figure out if that's what they want to deal with. It's like, okay, like I see you, like you got my attention, but is that how you're going to carry yourself while in a relationship as well?
Yeah, true. But I think sometimes even before, because some people may look at it like you're trying to change them or whatever, but you're not trying to. You just like, okay, can we just leave it here? So let's say like we exchange numbers. And then the first thing I do, I'm like chilling with Bay. The first after, you know what I mean? And then I gotta post that I'm on the phone with you. You know how people do like the screenshot or the FaceTime and they post it?
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like, dang, y'all ain't even get to that point where as though y'all even committed. Y'all might just be talking. And so some people gotta just put it out there. So that's what I mean when I say, like, if you know this person share everything, don't you think you kind of setting yourself up for that? Huh?
Yeah. They kind of are setting themselves up, especially because if you have somebody that's like constantly posting something on social media, like they have to like post something all the time. Like, I'm trying to think of how to explain it.
What? Could you deal with somebody that was already on your Facebook?
Already on mine? Yeah.
Would you talk to, like, would you share, okay, let's say if you meet somebody and you would post, do you think y'all should have a conversation before you post stuff?
Not necessarily.
You gotta be quick on your feet. So you wouldn't share details or be like, hey, I'm gonna post this picture. What do you think?
I mean, if I want their opinion, if I look good in the picture or not, and to see if it's postable, yeah, because people send other people pictures so that they can see if it's postable. Yeah, I'll probably do that. But like, if I'm just ready to post, like say I graduated school or something, like, oh, I graduated. I'm not about to sit here and be like, hey, should I post that I graduated?
What if they have a problem with you posting that? Because sometimes some people, me personally, most people that I've dealt with don't do social media. So I never really had that issue with social media. But when you have a person that's equally or more involved in social media, or everything revolves around social media, like what is perceived on there, and we talk about that a lot. We talk about perception and how people say things. Like, who decides? I think you got to decide when you go public. Is that a mutual thing, or do you think people should discuss that first? Because I think it starts there. Well, who puts it out first?
That's major. That's a major thing, and how you putting it out there.
So, what if you talking to somebody? I'm just saying talking. Y'all not even in the you mind stage, but y'all talking, and I say he posts you without your knowledge, and y'all not there yet. Would you be upset?
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Straight off the break.
Yes, red flag.
I mean, what if he just like he proud and he happy that he talked to you?
Red flag.
What's the red flag? What's the red flag though?
Like if we just talking and you automatically just like posting me like on some like, oh, this is my woman crush Wednesday. That's just a red flag to me. That makes me uncomfortable. I'm not really like a big person when it comes to attention and everything like that. So I don't really care for like being posted, especially in like the talking stage. It's not like showing me that you want me. That's more so just showing like, I don't know. It's just a little too much for me.
How would you address that though? Would you be like, can you take it down?
Yeah, I would ask them like, could you take it down?
If they say no, you look nice and I like this picture of you.
It makes me uncomfortable.
And if they leave it up?
Oh, then I'm gone. So,
but your picture's still up.
Oh, we can keep that up. I'm ghost. I'm gone. They gonna be having that up for no reason because they don't know me. Because
people will click. You can post somebody, they be like, oh, you see so and so post X, Y, Z, and then they tag you in it. 98% of the people going to click on that person profile because they want to see what you got going on, or they think they know you from somewhere, and all of those things. And then now you got to deal with the extra bull crap. I think it's more so like people who seek validation of every aspect of their life, because I think sometimes you run around, you be like, did they really just put that out there? Like,
I'm saying that about a lot of people. Like, why?
My goldfish died. Okay. Okay. The goldfish jumped out the tank. Speaking of, okay, see now you're gonna take me off topic for a second. When people's family die, I guess that's a relationship too, like a family relationship. I have an issue with people, like say we are a family, right? And something happens to a family member, and then everybody want to go viral. Everybody looks for a like, a share, or something. They use that opportunity. So when you go online or you get people tagging you and you don't know, and you see your loved one in a messed up situation,
right?
Whether it's not even have to be, that's not even say deadly, but traumatic. That's not fair to the family. And it's like, give the family the opportunity to say, and then it's like you have an issue when people say you need to take that down. I see it all the time. People like, take this down. And then 9 times out of 10, yeah, because the family don't know. So it's kind of like, I think we gotta be mindful of like what we post, what we share, and the effects that it may have. And I think some people just morally don't care about stuff, and I think that trickles over into even a relationship thing. It's like they don't care. I just want to show, this is that and the third, and it's kind of like, I think you gotta know where your partner is with the whole social media thing, how much they are willing to share. But if you're a person, if I see it's a guy, a guy that's into because I don't want to be offensive, but and they always online. You see some people, you be like, when do they work? Because they post so much, and because I don't be having time, and I'm like, damn. And then when I do have a time to go in there, I don't know what to say because I'm like, all I do is work. You get something like that, and I get it. But you have some people who live and breathe social media. So if you with somebody who live and breathe social media, how can you change those expectations of when they choose? I met a girl today. I met a dude today. And then, everybody be like, yay, you. And I'm like, I love this for you. The comments get the rolling, and they start feeling like, yep, about to go out with Bae. We planning a date. And the whole time, y'all only talk for like 24 hours.
That's a red flag. If you only talk to somebody for 24 hours or you already posting like on it, I hate when people do this on a date, kind of nervous.
Question for that. Even, because that's the big thing. When you go out on a date and they got to post be like dinner. Smile, bae. And you be like, they got to make sure they get the fingertips in so it's a,
They don't show the face. That's they do Kelly.
Get the little
thing with the Wizard Kelly.
I think what it is that some people think social media is like their actual real life, and they get that confused. It's like, me personally, I'm not social media police, but if somebody dies in my family, the first thing I'm thinking about is mourning with my family.
Right.
Not going to create a post on social media, but that goes to show how people think. Like, some people really are like their life is social media, like their friends, their life is there.
It's an addiction. But even to piggyback off of that, why people be posting in church?
Hey yo,
I know that was off topic, but you made me think of that when you was like you want to mourn, but you had some people that don't even mourn. Well, they mourn, but they gotta post bad day, crying. I know when I'm going through something traumatic or very emotional to me, the last thing I want to do is type what's on my mind in that moment. And then when people ask you, I don't want to talk about it. Don't ask me. The same way in a relationship, and you post you dealing with somebody or finally happy something. The first question gonna come is with who? If it's real, let us see. And don't worry about it. Don't do. But why would you put it out there? You're going to get those questions.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't.
And I'll be expecting answers.
I know I do too, because my thing is I'm one of the clickers. I might not post, but I'll be looking because I be needing to be entertained sometimes.
I need the details. What happened?
Not even what happened. Who is it? I'm with the first three. Who these people? And then the first thing everybody do is click, and then you always get that one girl. You see, she tried not to post, but I found them. And then you get mad when people start tagging you. Sis, this him?
Mm-hmm. He had the same tattoo on his left arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what about? Okay, so y'all in the dating phase. Well, y'all talking, and they say, okay, we're gonna go out on a date. Mm-hmm. Are you a person that gotta be like dinner date, and you post everything, every drink, everything, and then sometimes you gotta hold the hand in the car, and then y'all know what I'm talking about, and you see the little hand holding pictures on our way out. Like, what is too much in the beginning? Who has that conversation, or should people like that date equal? Because some people do date people who are equally invested into social media that post every aspect of their life.
That's what they need to look for.
I don't get it. Like, who sets the rules of what's shareable and what's not shareable? Or if you post a picture, and say you met somebody that was always half naked, whether male or female. And then all of a sudden, that's what lured you in. It wasn't part of what lured you in. It wasn't necessarily the caption. So who decides if they keep doing this and they say, I don't want you to do that no more? Is that fair? Or how are you supposed to, do you think they're supposed to switch up?
I feel like you would compromise on that.
Compromise what? They was already naked before. What they gonna compromise not being naked now?
They was naked before, but I mean they don't gotta be naked as much.
That's like if I meet somebody on social media,
maybe like once or twice a month,
and he always got his shirt off with some gray swim pants or some hooping shorts, and then say, "What, Rich?" Like, I'm just saying. So then when it come out, and I'm like, "Man, can you put some clothes on? You better not post no more of them because they getting hella likes." You get what I'm saying? And then you like, no, ain't nobody supposed to be liking you like this no more. You off? Huh?
Why do we take likes so seriously?
I don't know.
And that's for this kind of conversation in relationships. Why do we take likes and who likes or who comments on your post when you're in a relationship so seriously?
I want to know that too.
Some people do.
Oh, I don't.
I've been in relationships like that.
I want to know that too.
Why you commenting on that girl post?
You know what?
Commenting on your post.
I was trying to lead up to that one. I was trying to warm up the room, but it's like even with that with the like thing. If you deal with somebody who get a bunch of likes all the time, I feel like you can't, even if they're close, and then you get some people who. And so you know how some people, they might really like your post or whatever, and they put a heart. It could be some words like a good morning. As soon as somebody see a heart or good morning and a heart or the little kiss emoji or the blush emoji, it's first thing. Oh, you got fame.
Who is that?
Oh, you got this. Oh, you got that. And then, the first one the female do is, oh, you side with her? Oh, you out here just spreading it out through everybody.
You must have said hi. You must have at least greeted her.
Who is she? Right.
You must have at least said hi. Swiped up on a post, something.
So it's like, what is acceptable even if you're not doing anything? And I think sometimes we gotta take that out of it because I think that's when it goes to reading in too much. If I say good morning, it ain't my fault who say good morning back. But as soon as somebody see, it could be one person of the opposite sex that just be like, good morning. They ain't zeroing in on nobody else but that one person. And you be like, you can say, I don't even know who that is. Or you might not have even met the person in real life, but you will get questioned till the day is dawn about that one person.
So why was they saying good morning in the first place?
It's social media. Ain't you supposed to be social?
Okay, they can say good morning to me. Good morning.
And see, you that person that I'm talking about. You not supposed to be like that. I look at it like this. Social media is exactly what it's supposed to be. Social media is supposed to be fun, networking, things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I was already doing these things and my behavior haven't changed, how can you get mad if I interact on social media? What am I supposed to do on social media? And I think that's the thing when I say, like, who establishes what's acceptable or what's not? Or is it just bias on one side? Because if I can't be myself, I'm not going to be fake. But you do have some people who will be fake.
Mm-hmm.
We going to get there in a second. But how do you get, what makes people get so upset over a like or a comment? I don't get that.
Some people, when it comes down to likes or comments, it's always based on like what they've been through before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like past relationship trauma. So it could be, that girl that was liking his post, or commenting on pictures, that was the same girl that you done found in the bedroom with him 3 weeks ago.
That's on you. If you found somebody in a bedroom or you knew somebody used to talk, 9 times out of 10 it's somebody on their friends list that they talk to. But then I think you just got some people who will go through, how you can go on, and I keep forgetting about this, and that's how I know some people who do some things. But I didn't know you could go on and see other people's activities, right?
Oh yeah, you used to be able to do that.
Apparently, you still can.
Really?
So you have people who will go through this all he like, or this all she like, or she do this, and they will be like, all Tasia do is sit up here and like people with no shirt on and got gray sweatpants and stuff. Absolutely, I am. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Red flag.
Yeah, but this is my thing. Even if you did, wouldn't that be an insecure factor? Because my thing is, I'ma like what I like. It's always that. So what you want me to do? Like bubbles and flowers all day? No. If something came put, I like that. That doesn't mean I'm in the DM. That doesn't mean I'm doing this. And then the first thing you do, it's like soon as you hit that like,
or
be like
that trust in their relationship for that.
And what if they be like nice? You know, some people do nice pick, and that could be all you said. And the next thing you know, you arguing for 13 days
over a nice pick.
So over a like.
What? That boils down to insecurities and trust issues.
Or I think men catch it the worst though. Especially if they're a dude and they got like 100 females like in a picture. You don't know no men. But baby girl, this is what's going on because you was one of them likes too. Then don't let you heart it or put a blow kiss. You know it's always one that he probably done already hit off before. And then when she come through like what you did, and then comment under it, hey babe or hey stranger. First thing you do is what? Who is she?
Mm-hmm.
I know you lying.
I see that, hey stranger. What you say? Hey stranger.
But they had a life before you. I think that's why I'm saying you got to have those conversations of, so who determines what's acceptable? Because you can't control what other people say or do. And even if that person is ignoring the person, some people won't keep going because they want to get that reaction out of you.
It go down in the DM.
It may not even be a DM situation though.
You don't see on the timeline, it go down in the DM.
Okay. Rich, you be in the DM.
In the DM.
Nope.
Because you've been saying this DM thing for a minute.
This ain't about me.
It's not about me. Listen, I'm going to tell all the nice people out here in the world, it does not always go down in the DM. Because sometimes you can just like something and keep on moving. That don't mean somebody say, hey.
My pages are all business, if you haven't noticed. See one picture of me. Can't go down in the DM.
You ain't gotta post no picture now. You can post your nose, and somebody will be like, sexy nose.
Some girl gonna be like, oh, I like your little business. I just want to see the CEO.
Let me see the man. Yeah, let me see the man behind the mic.
Behind it.
I heard you got your own thing going. You already know how. They ain't gotta see you no more. All they gotta see is, oh, he got businesses.
Okay.
He got money.
Investing.
But that's how it is. And then it's funny because people be like, you don't never do this, you don't never do. I'm telling you, you could post a finger. Nice finger. You be like, damn, what, you got a fetish? Hey, what's going on?
That's a red flag.
Red flag.
But that's what I'm saying. And then people will automatically assume that you out here doing something. But sometimes what if it's really nothing? You get what I'm saying? Somebody literally just was liking your picture and it might have caught the eye because you got to think if you're attracted to somebody else is going to be attracted. It's up to them or how much you trust them or where you are within yourself to care about. My thing is, I don't care. Now, if you start going out on dates and doing all that other stuff, I need to back off. It's not a red flag. That's a sign for me to go ahead about my business. But at the end of the day, if you're going to entertain it, that's on you. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, 100 bitches like your post. That's what we doing tonight?
I wouldn't be mad if they got a bunch of likes.
So what if they say thank you? You see some people have an argument with somebody be like, You know, wait a minute. And next thing you know, you start seeing them tag them posts by their partner, and like people want to be on here doing likes and da 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 da, and then you know how they post the revenge post and tag them in it, and then soon as he get a couple more of it, like now he like, oh, you over here talking about me, but you got all these kissy face and hearts and winky eyes on. Who's the winker?
A winker.
So now y'all beefing back and forth on each other. It's like who draws the line and sets the boundaries of what's what.
That ain't no specific person. It gotta be both of y'all. It has to be both of y'all.
Would you ask your partner every time you post a picture?
No, I would not.
Why not? Hey, babe. What do you think? Postable or
I
no?
like you in this one.
Or they be like, no. Because you have some people that might not want you to post pretty because they don't want nobody to see you.
I think it goes back to what you said.
Red
earlier.
flag.
It stems from insecurity because if we at the point where you looking at my likes and comments, there's something going on with you mentally, like some insecurity that you have about me that I might not be aware of. So we might need to have a conversation, do some counseling or something. But social media is really not
that deep.
It's nothing.
When I say it's not that deep, I always get told I'm wrong. But I'm like, I think some people look so much into a like or what you like. Like, I could follow artists, and I follow a lot of male artists. So if you want to go do my activity and you see I like, I'm like, but did you see the brush? He ain't had no shirt on. I get that part, but he might have did some dope. I'm really channeling here, but you forgetting the part that this piquing my interest because this is what I'm into, or something. And it 9 times out of 10, it's not even that deep. I think sometimes people look into too much, or to say, what's the one? Again, like I said, I think sometimes men get it bad. Women get it bad too. But if a guy like nothing but women, or they got all women followers, friends, or whatever, is that a red flag? Why not?
Because it's social media. So it's like when you're single, you're going to add a bunch of people that are of the opposite sex. You're not going to have the same, unless it's what you like. But
a person looking deep into that is going to find something wrong.
They're automatically going to find something wrong with it. But it's like, it's what you want to see on your timeline. So it's just like, if you got I'm just saying.
If you're in a relationship with social media, you got to be, as a man, you got to be strong. Because there's a lot of temptation out there. There's a lot of thirst traps. There's a lot of, I'm telling you, you go on that timeline. Every other,
for real.
Every other
I
picture
swear.
is booty.
Every other picture, for God.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then they got OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff.
But should your girl get mad because you like the booty pic? That was it was a celebrity. No, I don't care because listen. My thing is this: it's social media. So I look at it. No, that's what I'm saying. I look at it like this. I'm a firm believer, and everybody is human, right? You're going to look regardless. I don't care what your status is, what's going on. If somebody's attractive, you notice that they're attracted. You don't have to act on the attraction. But you're going to notice that, oh, you're a nice looking person. Yeah. That don't mean I'm trying to holler at you. I just appreciate that you're a nice looking person. The same way if like, I'm going to say, oh, I'm not going to like this because I got this person right here. I was liking them before. I'm honest about that, and I'm looking at it like this. If you like that before me, you're going to like that during me, or I can't control your fingertips. And to me, that's like a control mechanism, too, at the same time.
It's different for men. It's more different for men because we're more physical creatures. So it's like we're more physical, so all you see is, So you
want to get the butt.
I feel like being a man, as a woman, got to really monitor that because it's like, we start looking at all these pictures, then we start hitting a profile, and then, start there, and then it can end up somewhere else.
But what if it's not?
If you don't control it.
Right, okay.
Because it can get out of control.
Okay, so let's say you might have liked...
Rich, I feel like you've been in this predicament.
The only time it's coming from experience. So let's take the ring.
You just trying not to admit it.
So what I'm saying is, let's say hypothetically, right? You could be on social media, board, whatever. And a pretty girl, let's just say she has a nice dress on and she's nicely figured. You like the picture. It could be a really nice picture. Let's say your lady go through your phone, not go through your phone, but y'all friends. And then she goes through your activity list and see you done like, it could be that one picture out of the whole day. Oh, that's your type? Does that mean that you was in her DM because you liked the picture? That's what I'm saying. You can't accuse people, and then I feel like when you start doing the accusing stuff and start investigating and looking too deep into something, you're really swaying. You know, people. A lot of people got that mindset, especially men. If I'm gonna get accused of it, how you doing?
I think it's levels though.
Right.
The relationship. We in the talking stage, like we talked about. You have no. I don't care.
No,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
anything.
Like, yeah, you can't tell me I can't like a booty pic.
Exactly.
And you like a, you know, I can't tell you nothing. But if you're in a relationship, then you can say, hey, what's going on with that? Like that or whatever. But then if you're married, that's a whole nother
ball game.
But that's who do it the most.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't even gotta be naked for a married person to be in there.
Honestly, I feel like marriage, you shouldn't be doing that.
What, making booty pics?
You shouldn't be doing that.
If you married, you shouldn't be like booty pics.
That's a red flag.
It is. It is. I'm gonna say yeah and no. I think to a degree, if it's always, like I said, bent over, and that's all that you're focused on. Again, no, I'm looking at it from a trust and an insecurity. No, I hear what y'all saying, and I agree with that part. However, I'm not going to look too far into that and make something of it if it's not. It could be once in a blue moon. You give them. You got some people, like I said. What if it's just like, if you just like a picture, it could be anything involving the picture. Or it could be. I'm just saying, it could be a video. Even then, but. When is the conversation? Because then it becomes a thing where you can't, or I can't be sitting here. If I deal with you and I got a problem with you, if she could be closed, but she could be a pretty girl, and it's a nice picture. I know it's a nice picture. She's cute. I probably would have liked it. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't be out here like in gray sweatpants and no shirts. But I got a problem with you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Who creates the boundary, or when do y'all decide on what's acceptable and what's not acceptable? But then on the flip side, you can't get a problem with him posting and liking this stuff, but then you turn around and you got all back shot pictures. Not back shot, but booty pictures. Disclaimer, I didn't mean that. But you get what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I think sometimes it's always that catch-22. That's why I say, so I think that conversation has to be consistently revisited, but you can't make something out of nothing if it's nothing.
I think you gotta know your partner too, because like it's physical. Like I was just talking about men, is a physical thing. So say if that man liked that woman picture, and then funny how the universe works, he ended up bumping into the actual person he liked pictures in real life, and she like, hey, what's up? And it's like,
and if you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be like, I just like nice to meet you in real life. But then some people won't say nothing. You gotta always stay prepared, right? And those conversations. But and that's even if it's not a person. So that's like saying, if you see somebody walk past you and she got a nice, you might glance a little bit. If you not, everybody do it. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody
gonna look.
So if you don't say nothing to her, are you still wrong? No, I'm just saying you didn't say two words. You might have just looked.
I mean, they just looking.
I mean, now y'all like. I mean, what's the difference from real life? And that could be. That's the same thing to me as a like.
That's the reason why you like the picture. That's the reason why you like the picture.
I think it's a whole different story when it's a comment.
I'm just talking about the likes right now.
Talk about that.
No, I'm just talking about but I was just talking about the likes. I didn't get to the comments.
Comment meaning
see, a like's not that big of a deal.
You warm it up to see if you got a chance. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Once you do a comment, most people, they hit you with the hard eyes.
Right.
They want to hit you with the eyes that go sideways.
That's a little friendly way of doing it.
Okay, little.
I'm green then, because I be thinking like, oh, that's so nice.
And, some dudes be like, damn.
I don't get that. So I don't know. I don't. I cannot say. I can't say yay, nay, or anything in difference to this conversation here. I don't know. Maybe because I don't be reading too much into it, and I be looking like you mess up.
Basically.
So what's acceptable? Y'all told me it was not, so you can't like nothing when you dealing with somebody. You can't comment.
You can
Wait, you can like.
But like she said,
But
you better watch them comments.
Yeah, sending DMs, that's wrong.
Sending DMs, absolutely wrong.
Do y'all read captions?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how. Some people be trying to be all lengthy with their comments, and I don't be liking that because when I see a caption, I be expecting like live life, let God. Like I'm gonna be expecting you to tell me your whole life story plus some. For all that, you should have made a video.
So what if the person has a clothing line and they're modeling clothes and they're asking for feedback and why are you laughing? I'm just saying. No, seriously.
Thing you can say you can critique an outfit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's different if you just they just posting like.
But what if he or she throw a kissy face back? You know, some people do that, and
okay,
you know,
well then they just being friendly. That's what I'm saying. It all depends on the situation in the relationship. But if you just out here sending heart eyes and the eyes that go sideways, and you got the little smirk,
I like the eyes,
the big googly eyes.
Okay, y'all gotta school me on this one because I be doing
them big googly eyes. That's a whole different ball game right there.
What that mean? So I'm out here flirting with everybody and I don't know it.
Yeah, basically.
Why are they doing it?
That can mean that can mean give me the tea. That can mean a whole lot of things.
Some guys it could be green light.
Okay. For what?
Like, what
slide in my DM?
Somebody could be like, oh, what you trying to do? Send the googly eyes.
That's that nonverbal social media.
Oh, show me the googly eyes. What's
right
that?
there.
Oh, I thought that was side eyeing. I do that all the time.
So you just out here?
Cause I be no, cause I be really like.
Right. That's like you saying.
I'm looking. I thought that was me being nosy. Cause I be wanting to know what's up.
So you can send it to like your homegirl, like give me the tea sis and then send those. Yeah, you could do that, but it depends.
Oh, I be doing that all the time. So stop doing it.
Mhm.
Oh wow, I'm old.
Don't just be sending anything.
I do. I just be like, oh, that was nice. Blush face. Winky.
Blush face.
Heart. So I can't do heart. Or
I mean, like
heart
honestly,
can
to
be
me, none of that stuff means anything really.
I don't be taking it that literal, but y'all just make me like come out here got million people going online.
If you get,
it all like you said, it all depends on the concept.
If you in the DMs, that's another level.
What is up with you in the DM? We ain't even get to the DM.
Look, somebody's giving examples, okay? So somebody can be like, what you doing? Google.
Now, if that's that, I might, cause I don't know. I be like minding my business. I don't be looking into. I'm telling you, I don't look into it. And even if it's not even that, like I said, if you read the so if somebody say like I said, if somebody has a business and they post a picture, then they might be a nice looking person. And let's say the person that you're talking to, you may comment, about the product. Mm-hmm. You didn't read the caption, or they might have, let's not even say they commented, but they like the picture. All you see is that they're liking it. You're not realizing it may be whatever they're selling. Mm-hmm. It could be that they just like their line. And it's like, oh, you just want to like everything. Like, and then you don't realize that this person has a business. So,
that person you dealing with got some true insecurities. Yeah, like I mean, if somebody's that like lenient on stuff like that, they have some serious insecurities. Because I'm sorry, if you're in a relationship with me, you're in a relationship with me, and I know I'm amazing, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna get a whole bunch of mad over nothing.
So what about sharing your business?
Oh, your business should never be on social media in a relationship.
But what if they do? Like, who determines what can be shared? Like, even if it's just like y'all might have just hung out, had a really nice time, or something like that. But like, you have some people
like personal details of the relationship. That's a no. It's a no. Like you can like post like, oh, we out on a date. Like that's cute. Like, oh, we're together. That's cute.
But that's when that line comes in, and I've said it before. If you happy for 6 months and you've been throwing this happiness in our face, and then all of a sudden it's like single and living, Oh, what happened?
That be confusing me too, because it be right at like the day after they go on a whole nice date to like, and they done had like a whole 4-course meal, right?
So do we have? I mean, if you threw it
People
at
use social media to
Right.
To throw subliminal messages. They do.
Exactly. So whose fault is it when the person responds? Because okay, again, if you and your partner was throwing the happiness, and it might not have been all happy because we always talked about perception.
Of course.
When people will make it seem like they in their best relationship, team us, we the best. Ain't nobody out here like this. Not forever. This is that and the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you force that happiness, and then all of a sudden it becomes team single, and when somebody comment, "Oh, what happened?" Can you get mad?
No.
Because you didn't already posted that. So do you think it's fair to say just keep it all off social media? I say keep it all off. I'm okay with a here and there, but I'm not cool with, I don't need you posting everything every 2 seconds.
Right.
But if you get out the gate
I'm all for like when we're out, we take pictures and stuff like that, but posting every outing or just posting every dinner, like I said, like a here and there is fine. Occasionally is fine. Like I said, I'm not big on attention.
How do you address that though?
Like you said, that conversation needs to be had continuously. So it's like something should be talked about during the talking stage. Something should be talked about when y'all first get together.
Okay, so question, because I'm gonna get the answer. So let's say you and I deal with each other, and I post something, and you might not have wanted me to post it. How do you have that conversation?
I mean, just bring it to your attention.
How? What is the correct way?
In a relationship, I should be able to text you and be like, hey, like, I didn't want you to post this. Like, is there a particular reason why you posted it? Just so I can get a better understanding.
Because I wanted to.
Well, now, if it makes me feel uncomfortable, then I'm going to ask you to take it down.
Why?
If you don't want to.
This is how the conversation. This is how the conversation.
Hide me from your timeline.
You ashamed of me?
No, I just don't want to see it.
Why?
Because I don't.
I love you.
Okay. No, I love you.
That's how they do though. But I love you.
I love you.
Oh, you don't want nobody to know you're in a relationship? I'm a secret. Oh, but you liking everybody else. But I pose you. Who you don't want to see?
Why are you questioning me so much? That red flag.
But that's how it. But am I right or wrong? Ain't that how it go? I ain't like, oh, what you out here liking this, is that, and a third.
Let's just leave social media
out of it. Y'all wanted me to talk about the topic.
Sometimes when you don't post a person, they can get upset. Like, if you don't post them, that can be a problem.
Like,
too.
dang, I must be ugly because you ain't posting me.
And
like, at least let people know I'm around.
Some people just real private. Like, they don't want to share their personal life. Because really, social media has ended up hurting a lot of people. Like, rappers, for instance. Rappers on social media with guns. They use that in court. It's been rappers that got murdered because they on social media flexing, and then they accidentally, something in a screenshot has the address of where they at, and then they got killed.
That's too much
When
information.
you think about stuff like that, be real private about what you show social media.
People pay very close attention to social media.
I think you gotta be mindful anyway in the world that we live in, period, about that. But my whole thing about it is this. If you're going to do certain things on social media, there has to be a line of respect. So my thing is representation in a relationship. I'm going to just start this because I know it's going to run over into the thing. When I ask, and if you meet somebody and they're doing these things before, and y'all met this way, and then say the person is again posting tits, and but still, and they like, but I was doing this prior to you. When does the rules change? And I look at it like this before you answer. if you want somebody who does not portray themselves in that way, why would you even entertain to bring that person into your world if you know this is not what you want your lady or your man to be out here no shirt posting print pics and things like that. What? I'm just saying it's true.
No, but that's the first question. Like, why are you even attempting to be in a relationship with somebody that you know you would be uncomfortable if they posted stuff like that in a relationship? Why would you even attempt to do that?
So again, my question is, so when does that change? If this is what they do, so who says that what's acceptable of attire, wording, and all of that? Because at the end of the day, you do represent your partner. Mm-hmm. You do represent how you carry yourself on social media. That's it. You get what I'm saying? So if you knew everybody was liking your person before, whether he had on a wife beater, hooping shorts, no shirt, and then for her, whether she had on a skin tight dress or always everything, just every curve got to show, you can't expect for that to just, because that person is still going to want that attention. And I think sometimes people mask, even if they're not in a relationship, or if they are in a relationship, they still like the attention. So the attention piece has to be addressed. Because if you don't address the need to want to do that, then what? And I think some people, it feeds their ego. The problem is, though. And it feeds that thing to make them feel desirable or like, oh, everybody, like, you know what I mean? Because when do you dig deeper and have that conversation about self and being secure with yourself, period, where as though you don't have to do these things.
Right. So before that conversation is even had, like, the person has to take accountability for the fact that they're seeking attention. Like, they have to acknowledge the fact that they are seeking attention.
But that's how they got you.
Because they're seeking attention. Okay, right. And now you got my attention.
They still want the other attention. You have some people that just want all the attention.
But they have to acknowledge it. That's like you said, social media is an addiction. The first step is admitting you have a problem.
And I think people look too much into validation. And we got to a point where we look at social media to validate our who we are, like our self-esteem. Our, everything about us. Whether we're in a good relationship, do we look good together or be cute? Because let somebody be like, you get what I mean? And you some people start to channel that, and then it could be everybody, once you post somebody, everybody know the person, everybody, oh yeah, they knew the ex, or they used to deal with them, or they did this, or they did that. But it becomes a secure thing of when. I just look at it like, if you're not a person that likes the attention or doesn't mind your person doing this, you got to be mindful of who you approach. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to stop until they want to. And that's going to be an ongoing argument of a post. And then it may not even be a picture. It could just be, why you always posting so much? Because if you deal with somebody and they always on social media, why they with you?
That's annoying. But pay some attention to me. Like, I need attention too, not just your phone. That's why I said, like, we don't gotta post we can take pictures and stuff like that, make memories. But it's the constant wanting to post it. It's like, what do you need to prove? Right, like, what do you need to prove to anybody?
But what point don't you do it for the gram? And it's just like you just spend that time. With the person.
Right.
And the first thing everybody goes to for the tea on anything is social media. Okay. And then you get the subliminal. So at what point do you ignore it all? Because even if it's not you and the person, other people throw subliminals about your whole relationship. With their assumptions, they predict, and then it becomes a thing. So when do you not entertain? You get what I'm saying? Because everybody has an opinion, right?
Right.
Who are we to say what opinions do you just ignore?
I was about to say. I think that social media has nothing to do with my real life, my personal life. I try to keep as much of my personal life off of it. But if you are detective enough to find out some things about me, then kudos to you. But you still don't know nothing. I mean, because I'm just. I don't care what nobody feels or thinks about me. 'Cause I know who I am. That's really what it comes down to. You know who you are, and who you are, no matter what.
I got a question. I probably should have asked this one in the beginning. So for people who meet through social media, do you feel like they think they know you from your post?
Yeah.
And that's legit. And then sometimes, like we talked about perception. A person could be like, oh, I'm this fabulous person, da 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 da. And then when you meet them, they like boring.
Mm-hmm.
So, WTF? Like, perception. So, is it a conversation, or do you think people get so fixated? Because you can have 100,000 likes on social media, but not one person like you in person.
Red flag. Right.
Can you stop a red flag and do that? No, dead serious.
No, because for real.
I've even had people think that they knew me inside and out. And I'm like, first of all, I could just post or repost something that I just like. That doesn't necessarily mean it's me. Yeah, that was a dope thing. I like that. But when you do post real things about you, that go over people's heads. You get what I'm saying? So the perception of what's accepted publicly is cool and acceptable as long as it gets the attention. It's like, and people think, oh my God, you're so funny. That wasn't even mine. That was a meme. That wasn't even my thought. But if you post your thought, your true thought, you'll really see how many people like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it just get crazy how people assume that
people go based off of memes for everything. Because, mainly what you see is people reposting memes, videos, TikToks, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, that person did a dance, like one of the TikTok dances and posted, oh my gosh, they so confident, this, that, and the third. Whole time.
Like, I want him.
Right.
I want her.
That person
and
is
you like, how do you want somebody off of it? I would think it's to the point you don't even have to have the conversation. But that brings me also to, just like with social media, is typing in words. And I think that travels only into when people like to text all the time. So you can't get to know me through text. Whereas people don't have face-to-face or conversations where you can hear a person's voice and then you talk about the perception of, and people take something the wrong way or misinterpret something when they can hear your voice and tell exactly what it is. So usually when you meet, and it's like, why are you still texting me? Call me. Have a conversation with me. Let me really hear how you and then when you meet them, it's like they can't hold a conversation. But if you text, first of all, I don't want to keep reading stuff, and we can just have a conversation.
I just began sick of typing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of text all the time. And then I hate when I tell somebody, just call me and tell me. And then they text you,
like, oh, for real?
And then they still text you back. Are you scared to talk? And then I think that's why a lot of people can't have the conversation to even be together. So then you lose a certain factor of when you getting to know somebody and y'all in a relationship because y'all based it off of social media and the social media became a text. So now y'all just Netflixing and chilling. I wish you would say red flag. I wish you would say it. Anyway, we gonna come back after the break because I wanted to see.
You gotta be careful with that. Before we go off of that, online dating and stuff like that, you can get catfish. Okay.
you jumping the gun. We try to play the good stuff later. All right, well, we'll be back in 5. When we're spoiled, we're gonna talk about catfishing and stuff. And my co-host Taja. Rich kind of spoiled it. Talking about online dating and stuff, right? And catfishing, and you just want to take me back to a trauma. I tried both. Well, I never catfished. I'm very honest about what you gonna get what you get, and that's it. But online dating, that's not for me. online dating mostly be 90% pervs, 90% pervs and catfish, and people who ain't what they say. Matter of fact, you could be looking for X, Y, and Z. You will get everything opposite of that. How much you charge? Nothing. What? That's not what my profile said.
That's not what my profile said.
Hey, where did you come from? Then the people be lying. You be like 40 to 50. This one talking about they 35. Then they hit you up. They 80. 18. I'm like, oh my God. This is, how old you said you was? Or, like Rich said, you do the FaceTime. I'll never forget, it was one. I was like, oh, he seemed real cool. Listening to Tiff and them. Yes, I'm going to call Tiff out. Just get on this website, friend. Try it out. It'll be some real nice guys on there. I'm like, just make a page. Okay. I make the page. And I one guy, I'm like, okay. So, you gotta do like a couple miles away because locally you get all the people, especially the people that be on your social media. So if we talk about social media, you like, oops, skip that one.
Thank you.
You're a little emotional one. We're not going to do this one. Then you get to it. So, another story, I'm to tell y'all this story. So, how that you message each other. And it's like, yeah, bing, 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 and it goes off. So, okay, we messaging back and forth. This is that and the third. So, he seemed real cool. So, I'm going to say probably like after a week or so, he said, can we exchange numbers? I was nervous. I said, can I think about it? Can I get 24? To think about it. And I'm that honest. And I'm like, I don't know. I need to make sure you're not a sex trafficker because I asked, do you sex traffic women? What are you trying to do to me? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of them type. If you get offended, you get offended. If some people laugh it up like, no. And then so anyway, I ended up doing because we still like converse through that way. So I ended up exchanging numbers or whatever. So I answered the phone. I'm all like, hello. He like, I said, oh. Voice was a little rusty, but it wasn't bad, right? So I'm just saying, okay. So we're talking. It was kind of cool or whatever. So he like, I want to see what you look like. I said, you seen the photos? So he was like, no. He like, you got a duo? At the time, I'm like, dang, you ain't got iPhone.
Duo. I was about to say,
you can't FaceTime me? So I'm like, yeah, I got it, whatever. So he like, all right. I'm like, cool. I'm back.
Shout out to all my brothers with the Android.
You really turned the mic on for that?
Yeah, right.
You turned the mic on to do that.
Nobody wants to
keep that down. Don't you get on? Let me finish my story. Don't come on here with that. Anywho, so so how on Duo it had that little feature where you could play see before.
Not playing. She played all day.
No. See how rich you got your head on? So I don't even want to say where he from. I don't know if he listening. But he was from Baltimore. Let's just say that, right? He was from a northern state. So he got the hat. So everybody. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people are real nice with the hat. Right? So I'm like, oh, okay. So before I answer, I had to. You trying to favor it over there because mine was on this same thing. I had to make sure I was going to answer first. I got a guy with the midget right before that. So I say, okay. So I answered. I'm all like, hey. He like, he smiled. Everything. I was like, no, I'm talking about whole roll. And so I was like, okay, Chanel, don't. In my mind, I'm like, okay, don't be like that. Don't be like that. So I'm like, so when he did it, because somebody act like they happy to see you, and he like, oh, he's like, hey, he's like, you cute, whatever. And I was like, okay, thank you. Then he go to get up.
I'm excited. I want to know what happened.
I like now. Don't get me wrong. I like thick guys. I like muscular guys. I really do. I like big men. I do.
Rich, I know where this is going.
I don't like. I'm not attracted to skinny guys. But if you got some weight on you, I'm happy. You feel me? Cause I got some on me. I don't discriminate in that way. I don't like to hug myself. But I think it's also a thing how you knew you was about to deal with me. It was in the summertime. Remember, first of all, the beater was just doing his own thing. And I was like,
no.
But he was outside. It wasn't like he was in the house.
Wait, he was outside?
Yeah. At least I took my clothes off.
Oh, okay.
He was outside.
That first FaceTime call ain't no joke, though.
That's what you make it important. You know, we be like, all right, so cool.
You got to
you make sure you
put some nice clothes on.
You could have been under the cover like this. You will go ahead and make sure your lashes ain't
okay.
Something. So
first, you gotta let your person know that you gonna FaceTime, because some people just come through.
I'm cool with the come through. Once we done already got, you know how I look when I get my stuff together.
You gotta talk first.
Yeah, but I also need to know what I'm gonna wake up to in the morning.
I know that. I mean, but still, we can see each other.
Right.
Like, that's real life.
I ain't want to see that though.
On FaceTime, you gonna hit me up randomly? Like,
that's
our first call.
All of this
that's a red flag.
Was shot up. Yeah, that was. So he go to get up, and he outside. He was sitting in like, I don't know if it was some kind of store or whatever. I don't want to say like a bodega, not like that, but it was like a store or whatever. And I'm like, you too old for that. You know, I don't like the pants hanging down. And then your drawers wasn't. Then like your boxes wasn't even cute.
Right. It started with the Android and went downhill from there.
But the beater was like real loose and holy.
I knew.
And I was like, So he was like, I said, He was like, you like that? No. No, sir. I don't. I was like, I said, let me call you AB.
I would have been like, you done made me real uncomfortable.
And then call me again, like, I ain't heard from you. So by that point, you thinking, okay, if he catch me with no lashes, no nothing, you should just be like that. You just beautiful, natural too, like that. I mean, mind you, all of this going. I'm like, you got. So I told you I'm immature in a lot of ways. So he talking big boy like he just the truth. Mm-hmm. And I said, can I ask you a question? He didn't know about that yet when I say that. He was like, yeah. I said, you wear like do you wear dentist? I call you back. Oh my goodness. In my bad, I said I'm getting over here. I said I got a bitch, I got this, and then right after that, when that was the other one that sent me the 13 photos in a row. I said, "What you got a personal photographer?" But never wanted to like FaceTime or meet up. Mm-mm. I got off that app.
I've never dealt with that a day in my life.
I did. And no, then one sent me one had the whole pat machine on. I said, "Oh, off the break, that's what we doing." You said something cute. No.
Funny ass story. I seen one when it was a guy and a girl going on a date, and you know how guys like to use Beijing or whatever this jet black.
I hate it.
They put it on their hair. They try to, cause they don't have hair, and they try to make themselves have hair. Like, so they'll put all this dye and stuff on their hair and their beard. There's a lot of fellas out here that do that. I'm not gonna call their name out, but I know a couple of y'all out there that's faking it.
Hey, Rich is out here,
and it's noticeable.
Exposing,
but it's noticeable.
Was on a date with a girl, and then the waiter dropped water, and the water splashed on his head,
bruh.
And like he tried to wipe he tried to wipe his face, and he like wiped the whole head off, and he was straight bald, and she was like when he was like, "You okay?" She was just looking at his head the whole time.
Bruh.
She ain't say nothing. She was just looking at his head. And he had no. It was just bad.
See, I'm immature. I'd have been like, why would you do that?
I would have been on the floor.
Yes.
I would be like, it's time to go home. This was fun while it lasted.
I'm not a fan of Beijing either. I just rather you just go bald, embrace your gray, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. I got some too.
We just no more.
Yeah, we no.
I don't got no catfish story.
I've been catfished quite a few times.
I've never been catfished.
Yeah, but the midget and he took the key. Right. Anyway, back to the show. You got me good on that one. You do that one. Then I got beard fish. Jay said she got I don't like Beijing, and then I don't like when they be like they got the shape up, and then you see all of this wax, and then you see the pieces of hair with
beard fish.
I hate that. Don't put that shit on. No. I can't stand Beijing. I'm sorry. I'm like, you mess up a lot of sheets, shirts, and everything with that. And then some of them, ain't it dye? Why you don't wash it off? Why you just leave that line right there and make it seem like, and then you walk around, it look like clay. Like burnt clay. I just wanted to be like you just look at that's how you want to do. I don't like it. But anywho, so even if you meet somebody, let's say online dating or dating in real life, whatever it may be, do you think if y'all not social, even if you are social media friends, do you think people who are together should be friends on social media? Now,
yeah,
I don't.
Why not?
Again, because like I said, I've seen what social media can do, what it can cause, and my thing is, I don't question certain things. I don't, and I don't want to be questioned, especially early on. And we get to know, and it depends on how you question me. Like we said in the first half, some people take everything they see online to heart and make it into something more than what it has to be.
Right.
So if I post something or I post a picture and you gotta go through and see, or if you see something, the first thing you want to call me and question me about it, I have a problem with that. Because I don't question social media. I look at it like it's on social. And if you take it off of social media, I don't look and seek out stuff. I'm a firm believer in seek and you shall find. But also, again, it has a lot to do with security. You can't sit there and tell me how secure you are and be all of these things, but then you question me about something that happened on social media when I'm hardly on social media. So then that becomes a problem for me. So I think to avoid all of that, don't be friends on social media. What can you look into? And then that's when you get people making fake pages. People do too much to be you had a fake page story? Damn, Rich. I hit a nerve. What's your story? Well, fake. I don't even know what a fake page is no more. I just let people watch.
I have so many fake page stories that I honestly don't even know who making them no more. It don't even make no sense.
I don't block people. I might have them from my timeline, but I get blocked. I don't give that much energy. You lift your finger up.
But it's sad when you can tell it's a fake page. It's so automatic, and it's like you just followed me. Now this random page with no pictures, 5 followers, and 86 following. Like, come on now.
Oh, they don't be spam?
No, they be some fake pages.
I don't be on social media. You see, I be like, did you just spam me?
They don't just be.
Yeah, they.
That's how most.
Yep. Like I know a few people that made fake pages just to watch something for no reason. There's nothing to see on my stuff, but they still looking.
Would you be friends with your with your significant other on social media?
Yeah.
I could. Just don't be questioning me. I think that's the thing, especially if I ain't been on all day and somebody likes something, because people go back 18 years ago, and then somebody will see and it'll show people activity, and then somebody questions you, be like, what? Who did that? And then when you look, you like, bruh, right, chill out. You got too much time on your hands because you done investigated this whole thing, and it could be somebody you never even met, talked to, anything. I look at it like on social media, you're supposed to be social. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean? So if you don't interact with people, what you on there for? So I wouldn't. I don't have a problem with being friends with people on social media. I've been in situations where it went left because I could be minding my business, or it used to be like so and so became friends. I think they took it off. That's back in the day. And it would be like, oh, now you friends with this. Right. I did accept the friend request, but I don't know who it is. So it's like, do you got to know the person all the time? Because I look at it like, aren't you supposed to meet new people on social? I don't have to know you to accept your friend request. Right. I might just want to be social. Mm-hmm.
I think with the significant other thing is, I think you really gotta, if they gotta prove themselves in order to be your friend. Mm-hmm. Because if they're like insecure and your intentions could be pure, you could just be going on social media, just okay, I got my business here, I'm networking on here, right? Like, and then that your significant other is like very jealous, very insecure, then they can mess your business up.
Exactly.
Leaving comments underneath comments like, hey, who is this? Like,
that's too much.
Like I had a friend of mine that I grew up with. He like my cousin. So on my business page, he's asking me about my cousin under a post, and I'm like, bro,
like, chill out.
Like, don't do that.
Hey, question.
I got one after you. Go ahead.
So, right now, like a big thing for people when they to come up is being like a social media couple. So when we talk about being friends on social media, what about those social media couples and what they should post and what they shouldn't post? Or how much of the relationship should they post? Because they making their coins like that.
Yeah, but as we saw with what's that dude name? The love guru, what was his name? But the whole time he cheating on his wife. So my thing is you can't. I don't look at people. I don't look at stuff like that. I look at it like, But you can't be like that. Exactly. I feel like sometimes, for the most part, it's just my personal opinion. Sometimes people can portray something on social media like they living their best life. The whole time behind closed doors, they miserable AF.
That's why I say, like,
you get what I mean?
Like, especially in relationships after breakup, a lot of people try to use social media to make it seem like I'm good, I'm moved on,
and really you can trash.
Really you hurting.
Yeah, but that's what I said. You can't put out a perception, and then when it hit the fan, now you don't want to talk, you don't want to post. But nobody should have an impact or influence on your thought process for your relationship. Now, it could be some things that we like, or maybe some things may make you think and be like, let me self-reflect on this. This kind of hit home a little bit, but it shouldn't influence, well, so-and-so said, you see them? Because I feel like sometimes we see couples and people see couples and they feel like that's what their couple's supposed to be like. Babe, you ain't do that today. Why you don't ever do that with me? That's not your person. Yeah. Deal with what works in your relationship. My relationship can't be this. I can't be Sierra. I don't want to Sierra and Russell Wilson. You get, and some people look at that like, well, Russell did it. Like but you don't know that they just argue over some noodles yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know that. So it's like, when it comes to, like, that's why I think that was the last show when we talked about influencers. And what makes a person an influencer? Nobody should have that much influence over your life. Whereas though you think you got to live your life based off of this person you don't know, but what they wanted you to see. It's all about what people want you to see.
I feel like social media, like those relationships, like those couples, it's so weird in a sense because they do all the challenges, they do the pranks, and then they expect the pranks and all the attention that they're getting to not affect their relationship in any way, shape, or form. They're then they'll come out with a video like, yeah, so this one cheated, or we're no longer together because
I know we seem perfect, but everybody's been
behind
perfect.
closed doors, there were a lot of hurt feelings, and then they're trying to over-explain the relationship and what actually happened. And it's just
realistically, like, I be wanting to tell them people, like, nobody really cares. Like,
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't care how many followers and likes you have, and at the end of the day, at your funeral, is these people gonna be there?
No, they probably wouldn't even care, and that's it.
Making a living. A lot of people are making a living doing that.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, like, they don't really care.
I feel like that's the main reason people are doing it. I feel like a lot of people just faking the relationship or rushing into the relationship so that they can be a social media couple, and so that they can get clout or get fame from it. They need that little 15 minutes.
To me, I think that's why some relationships in the media period, not even just on social media, because some people, you see them one way, whether it's television, entertainment, sports, anything, and then when it comes on the social media side, they can't get out of that limelight. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't want to be in a business with my partner, because you can't turn that. Some people don't know how to turn that business off. Right. You get what I mean? You can't keep people out your business. Anything positive, negative, is people want to have. When do you have privacy? If you're a private person, and you can't pick and choose when you want your privacy, when you done put everything public. Exactly. You might as well just, now you got to keep it there. And no matter how much you try to hide it. So I feel like sometimes that's the downfall of relationships a lot of time before it starts, is social media. So let me ask you a question. So then you brought the business into it, right? Yeah. For both of y'all, I need a male and a female perspective, because we all know I don't be clearly, as y'all can see, I don't think too much.
What you call yourself?
Right, her guy name
Elvania. Okay.
Oh Lord. Not Elvania.
You heard that people been threatening her or something like that.
Y'all better not threaten me.
She been getting death threats.
For what? Who life she ain't fixed?
I don't know. I mean, like, when she be doing her little thing, she be getting death threats.
That's crazy.
Damn. That's why I'm Elvania. Y'all be trying to correct me. I know who I be saying.
DMX wouldn't have
at all. And that's on per. He ain't care nothing about who she was, what was going on. But question, because you mentioned business. And you mentioned business.
Yeah.
With couples. So, would you be upset, let's say, if your significant other, you know, they support your business. So their friends start supporting your business, maybe start sending you requests, you know, they may DM you about your business. Would you be upset?
No, not at all. I feel like that's what you want, because she's helping get the word out about my business. She's helping put my business in other places where I'm not at. Where she's with her friends, where her friends going, they got my business in their mouth. They talking about this girl like that. They're gonna be talking about my business, and then that's gonna bring me up.
Exactly. That's right. What do you think?
I had the same thought. Like, if you supporting me, that's all that matters. Like, at least I'm getting out there.
Okay, so what if it's in a way, like, let's say, in your instance, it would be a female, and one of her social media friends or close friend, in your instance, his close friend, sends you a request, like a follow or friend request. You accept it, and they may, again, talk to you about your business. You may not be privy that the conversation happened, but once you found out, would you be upset if the conversation was strictly about business? No. So this is where I say it's a thin line with relationships and social media, because some people, I feel the same way, but you do have people, for whatever their reason it may be, may take issue with that. You get what I mean? No matter what you like, in your mind, it's like, this is my business, this was going on. They being supportive. Like, if you're being supportive, I would, if you have a good circle of friends, most of your friends will start to support too, which is like you said, that's good for your business at the end of the day, because that friend gonna tell a friend, tell somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody that got somebody who do whatever. You just never know. It's a part of networking. So that's why I said sometimes it could be toxic, because me personally, I would be offended if you question me, and I'm like, "What's about what are you talking?" And then I'll be like, I'll unfriend everybody, because it's unnecessary drama, and you don't want that. And I think sometimes people don't know how to separate when it's cordial and actually just social, and they utilizing social media for what it's supposed to, and not letting it spill over into your relationship. So it's a fine line between social media actions and what your real life is. Mm-hmm. And people mix the two with real life, and it's kind of like, if I'm not giving you a reason, or if you're not giving me a reason to think otherwise, I don't really care. Oh, I'm about this X, Y, and Z, and if you're secure enough and with where you are, you should be able to trust me to know, especially if it's somebody you know I'm not gonna cross that line.
Right.
So I feel like sometimes in those aspects, social media can be toxic and destroy a relationship.
I think one of the things that we do, like what you said, I think you said something like you would unfollow everybody, and you would just so
keep the peace.
Yeah.
But then it's damaging too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, no, I'm not going to follow nobody. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to explain to you what I do on my social media. If you don't trust me, I'm not going to say F you, but I'm going to say, you can monitor, you can look, I'm going to show you, like, this is what I've been doing. I'm bringing in this amount of clients every month, something like that. I'm showing you why I'm on social media, so you don't have no question. But I'm not about to just shut my social media down because you feel away. You know, what can I do?
You know what I'm about to say, right?
What can I what can I do to help you feel, you know, help you feel better about the situation? Because me eliminate my social media, that's my business. You know?
No, I'm not saying eliminate the social media. I'm just talking about the people from the drama. But I think even with that, I should not have to give you permission or to make you feel secure with me that you can police my pages and what I do, because then it becomes too much, and then I shouldn't have to keep defending my character when you know. And if I tell you it ain't even like that, it was X, Y, and Z, and you still pushing your narrative, right, you're dismissing everything, and that's showing that you don't care. You got something deeper than what I can fix. But I also don't want to deal with the drama of keep having to go through this. So let me help you out, because that, to me, that will say, like, even if somebody else say, hey, check your DM, you don't know if that was a sponsor, you don't know if that was somebody that was trying to patron my business, and you come through and you question it. That's going to make me think you're going to question anybody of the opposite sex, or if that whatever sex that I'm into, who may hit me up. That's not fair, because if it's your business, or even if it's somebody, whatever it is, you may work with somebody and they may send you a friend. I can't say nothing about that. That doesn't mean you're entertaining them on a personal level. I feel like you're supposed to friend people and be, well, if you don't know, you don't always know people.
Business or not, you're allowed to have a social life. You know, it's like, I think relationships sometimes put unrealistic
expectations.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's like, we are two individuals before the relationship even got together. We were two individuals. So me changing my social media, doing that's me not being who I really am.
Right.
That's what I want to do. And you should be able to do what you want to do. And we should be able to come together and meet in the middle somewhere. But I'm not going to change who I am because you feel a certain kind of way. That's something wrong with you. That's something that we got to work on this relationship to work. So that's an internal issue.
Okay. What do you think some other ways social media destroys relationships? The likes alone. I think when other people start getting involved and having an opinion about, like, you must gotta get approval, or oh, you must gotta do this, or this is that. And that. You know how people do, and people will gaslight you, and then that comes over into your other stuff. So it's kind of like you gotta read the room, and y'all gotta really have communication and boundaries. And I think that's something in our society today we don't focus on, or we don't pay attention to, is that we need boundaries in certain things. Boundaries are important, especially in a relationship, whether it's social media, anything that you have to do, because there's no way if we in this together, these people shouldn't be able to gaslight us and have us out here arguing over something when they probably ain't even going home to nobody.
Right.
You get what I mean? But when people start to, and that's, to me, that's more of an influence than these alleged influencers.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? So it's kind of like, when do you draw the line? Or when is it visited? But both people got to be open, and you got to come outside your own thought process as to how things are done. I'm not going to keep saying it's not like that. You better not say red flag. I swear to God, if she say red flag, I'm going to throw this.
Red flag. I was just
I think it goes back to what Taj had said earlier. The one thing that can mess up relationships with social media is investing too much time into it, to the point where as though you're not giving your mate the attention that they need. That's when it becomes an issue. You know, the likes, the comments, all of that is very immature. It's very stupid, really. But if you're really like spending whole days on social media and not even saying hello to your spouse or talking about their day, you're engaged in social media so much that it's taken away from your life as in a relationship. Then that's when it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
That is just, it's not real. Like, because we said it, people are on there living the life that they want to live in the digital space. They can be whoever they want to be. The weak guy can be a hard guy.
It's like they want to give the perception of what they want to be.
So,
and the hurt guy can act unhurt and be the biggest a-hole alive when it comes to social media or different platforms. But then you meet him in person, like, you just sit down.
Yeah.
Like, just sit down and just be true to who you are. But I think also it should be important, like, to have a time where there are maybe no phones, or if that's a distraction. Like me, if I get bored, I don't go on social media. I might play a game, and that may cause an argument. But if you're boring me, what am I going to do? And that's why I said a lot of people don't talk no more unless it's through text. Some people will get you in their face and have nothing to say or can't hold a conversation.
Yeah.
So I think it's a difference in being able to text people, like, we can talk, we can do this, and they want to text you all day. But no matter what environment, even outside of you, or if you're one-dimensional with your conversation, it says a lot. That can be a turnoff.
Yeah.
If we can only talk about one thing, and I like to talk about a couple of different other things, but then you just so stuck on that one thing. But let me text you.
And you got
you want to do this for hours. Man, my fingers hurt. I'm not doing. After a while, I'd be like, either you can call me or we can talk tomorrow.
What's that? What you want to call it? A red flag.
I mean, true. But a lot of times people don't even notice it, because in the beginning it becomes that, what is it? I don't want to say lust, but that like, and you're just so giddy. And
that's lust, basically, right?
It may not even necessarily be your lust. You're just happy, and everything is so cute in the beginning, right?
It's that puppy dog phase.
Yeah, and then when you realize
nice in the puppy dog phase.
Yeah, until you realize they can't talk. And then you be like, hey, so how was your day?
It was cool. It's like you don't even want to have like a conversation at all.
So what you do today?
Go get tested.
Yeah, I'm big on that. If you don't, and if you be like, Your health is whatever my health is. I can't deal with you. It's no, I don't go get myself checked out. I don't go get tested. None of that stuff.
I'm always the first person to be like, do you got primary care physician? Because I need to know.
Hey, babe, what's that?
And then when they be like, no, I haven't seen my primary, or if they ask what's the primary care, I be like, your doctor. You got a doctor. They'll be like, oh, I haven't seen my doctor in like so and so, but I went to the emergency room and they did all my lab work and stuff. What lab work? What?
Yeah.
When did you go to the emergency room? They didn't check for everything.
I need people to. I know this went real far left off topic. I need people to understand urgent care. Yeah, I mean
that's on topic.
What for social media? What like your only because people can post
about social media and how if we're talking about that, we're talking about getting tested in hospitals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it earlier how social media it can create lust.
It does, but
so lust leads to this.
But that takes both people. But not only that, an urgent care person or a police is not your doctor's office, and anybody can post a result online. That's why I said it's going to go off topic if you want to bring the medical aspect into it, because anybody, I'm tired of people like, did you get your results? What year? Post a year that you had that done. You can't give me results from 3 years ago. And not only that, do me one better. Let's go together. And a lot of people will avoid that. And then my whole thing is also, if you just instantly, then the red flag.
They ignore that.
Yeah, not only that they ignore that, but also the red flag is with someone who is completely opposed to being protected. What are you trying to give me? Or what you got going on with yourself? And I don't care. Some people are like, oh, well, I just got tested. I just got this. I just got that. Yes, you both make a decision whether you do or don't. But at the end of the day, if you are completely opposed, I don't care what your results say, because let's be clear, you can post a result today. I can show you a result today. You could show a result today. You could show a result today. That another person can show a result today. That doesn't mean a week later they get tested for the same thing again. Certain things lay dormant in our system before it can rise and it be positive. So let's be clear. Just because it's not spoken about doesn't mean it's not real. And let me, not only that, don't show me today. Show me the 2 weeks ago, because I know it probably took 2 weeks before you cleared that up. So don't show me what it is now. I need to know your history. And a lot of people are not open about their sexual history. I'm proud to say I've dodged it. I ain't never had nothing been great that I haven't. I can show you a history of results for that. People won't show you their history, and a lot of people won't tell you the truth. You have something now. If you open and tell me I had this, had that. So what are you doing now? What did you learn from that? But if you still just out here hitting everything that's walking,
and you're just comfortable,
I need to go ahead about my business, because I don't know what's going to come up down the line. It may not have been something that you can cure. So people quit. That's why when people quick to post their results, you're not encouraging other people to go.
Some people will post like their lab results.
Yeah, but but posting your lab results, that might have been just that one.
HIPAA.
But my thing is, don't post it just because, National AIDS Day. You're supposed to do that all the time.
Yeah,
that's something that's your health. That's something that you do. I don't play no games about blood work. I don't play no games about my physical well-being, any of that. And if I'm with someone, I don't even care if we're talking. I like to hear, damn. And when you hear somebody like, damn, I gotta make my doctor's appointment, it's about that time. Oh, you're not sure? Where you go?
Right.
That's, to me, that's that's going to attract me more to you, because not only do you care about yourself. When you care about your health, you care about your well-being. I don't want to hear, you straight, I'm straight. I gotta go. Let me call you babe. That's my favorite. Let me call you babe.
I'm like, I ain't been sick in this long. I'm healthy.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
How many people that probably listening and people that young couples think that's the first thing they think about? It's like, let's go get tested.
It's not even on their brain.
It's like,
the first thing they think about is doing it. Yeah, like, let me figure out what you really like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that process is crazy. Like, somebody be out there.
And people talk about partners, but people don't talk about how many partners that you just hit off unprotected. Do that. I mean, I've had some guys that was honest, and I'm like, and I'd be like, I've been fucking a lot since about 12. I did rap sheet a little long. And I'm like, what you had? Somebody be like, I caught something once or twice. I slipped. They caught me slipping. And I don't slip, but I ain't slipping after that. Right. Okay. Bet. At least I know you thinking. You get what I'm saying? Or something. Everybody got passed. You get what I'm saying? Like, how many you got under your belt, you got to be real with. But how you my thing is, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Absolutely. You can be out here like rabbits every hour on the hour, but a different one. But are you at least protecting yourself? Are you at least getting yourself checked? Are you doing these things? But you online and you want to post one, that's probably the same one from the last time. No, show me the new one. Let me tell you, I call from. It's to the point my doctor will be like, "Don't come in here. There's nothing wrong with you." Because every time we gonna do blood work, right? You know, she'd be like, "No, you just got. Oh, damn. See you next month." She's like, and I'm not doing it then. No, but that's a real thing. You supposed to take your health. It shouldn't be. World Get Tested Day, World AIDS Day, World Syphilis Day, World Herpes Day. It shouldn't take a day for you to go and respect yourself enough to do these things that you should be doing anyway. Or you shouldn't have to wait for somebody to do it for you. Man, listen, you and me both. I done had some people be too honest. Like, you had that back to back? Oh, wow. And then they be like, what you doing later? I gotta do some homework. I gotta go to work in the. Woo! I'm so tired. I gotta wash my hair. Like, you know, so it's kind of like, but you gotta protect yourself of all costs because those things are out there. And those should also be boundaries.
Oh, definitely. It's always boundaries is a whole part of the relationship. Boundaries just should be set throughout the entire relationship. A relationship is not going to work without boundaries.
Yeah. Is it mutual or does one person? Because I hate when one person thinks they can decide all the boundaries. I know what mine are, and one of those is like being private. But I don't like when people don't want to stipulate boundaries. I'm like, you gotta have a line that can't be crossed on both sides. Yeah. Because I know me, I'm gonna keep pushing until I see where I can't push no more. But it should be established in the beginning. Like I said, I know my flaws. You get what I mean? But some people don't acknowledge or accept the fact that they have flaws. They think they're perfect. So it's kind of like if you say something, if I deal with you and you say, hey, I like this, I don't, but just don't, please, you know what I mean? Like, don't. And if you say, I could be out there, like, for us, like public social, overly social, so to speak, you could be really, really private. And you like, I'm private, but I'm out here and girl, let me tell you what, bitch. You get what I mean? Or every little thing. You could have bought me a French fry.
That French fry was so good.
Guess who bought this? And you be like, and you looking like, why do everybody gotta know everything? And then that's a boundary. Because now I'm crossing a line, and you can't keep allowing people to cross the line and then not establish a boundary and then decide later on after this person that got so comfortable because they've been doing it all this time. Now you like, don't do it, and the first thing they're gonna say is, oh, now you got a problem. Yep. So it's important to establish those in the beginning, and that's in every aspect, especially on social media. That's why I was asking those questions, because people get into stuff and how you portray yourself, you represent who you're with. Not only who you're with, but you represent yourself. And how the perception people have of you goes a long way. Yeah. And people, when somebody say something negative, but if this is all you are putting out, that's what you're going to get back. And then some people will be like, oh, this person don't post this type of pic or this type of pic, and they automatically think the negative. Oh, no, don't get it. That don't always mean a person bad body. They might got a nice body, but that's not for everybody to see. Exactly. Or that's not the attention a person want to get. And it's crazy because you can get bad attention or somebody say something disrespectful off of just a face pic. So if you post a body pic, what you think going to happen? You're inviting that in. You get what I mean? So you got to have some kind of line to draw of what Do you want to embarrass your? Yeah, send your peoples. Busting it open for the gram.
I think
That's how they be.
I think one of the main things is always remembering that even though if you're in a relationship, we're still two different individuals. We're brought up the same. We think differently. We don't have the same thoughts. We don't have the same ideals. We're trying to make it work. So if I'll be like, hey, I don't like this about this, I'm not going to expect you to figure it out that same day or get it right that same day.
Right.
But you understand now that I feel the same way about you. Maybe you're going to make some changes, maybe you're not. But I'm not going to sit there and try to tell you, you need to do this.
You need to do that.
Because that's not who you are.
Right.
And you're going to resent me later because you're like, that changed who I am.
Basically.
But sometimes change is good. Change is not always bad. And I think people need to get out of that.
Sometimes people's personality works for them. Like, we're talking about job opportunities, stuff like that. Some people can be a very outgoing person and might leverage their way into a situation where they got a job, where they got an opportunity. And because of how outgoing they were. Now, if it would be like you being private, not saying nothing to nobody, they would have never got that opportunity.
True. I think it's still, you can still have your individuality.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's very true. You still, that I don't think you not saying change the person where as though you're changing who they are. But again, if I'm a female and you're my dude, no, I don't want everybody looking at you in that way where as though you're posting and you know you're going to entice people. You know what comes with that. That's when they think it's okay to slide in the DMs, even though you got somebody. And females the same way. But at the end of the day, it's like, who wants to hear your partner out here thirst trapping, or your partner out here doing this? It's representing you. So even if I say, man, you look nice, just wear like an Under Armour shirt or something, you can still show off. Cover up a little bit. You get them? Because I think people think less is more. Sometimes more is the best way to go, because now you're letting people. When people start to assume, it intrigues them even more. So sometimes leaving a little bit of mystery to something, it'll lure people in. But when you put it all out there and everybody done seen it, I don't want it, because I think everybody done had it. And then even if everybody didn't have it, that's what you're portraying.
Right.
That you're easy to get.
Exactly.
So even with that, that's why I said sometimes a change can be good, and you can learn that, okay, even covered up in what you do and how you move, people gonna still like you. If you cute and you're attractive, you just attractive. No matter what you wear, what you put on, how you carry yourself, your demeanor, your confidence is going to speak volumes. Period. Yep. Like, some people can see you on social media and be like, boring. Then they meet you in real life, they be like, oh, you cool. And then but a lot of people don't even get to do that, because they so focused on, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna get this attention. So nobody don't know you. They just know the image that you put out there. Social media is an image.
Some people, if they didn't have a social media,
right?
People so stuck on social media that they don't even know anything else about you outside of that. So like today, like I'm shopping on Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's very true. But the perception is still there, even when you were there. Even you could be on there if you had whole like behaviors. That's gonna stick in their mind when they do see, oh, there go that hoe, she back, or he back, wear the sweatpants. And then when people start doing that, you get offended. You might have outgrew this, you might have, that season has passed. You get what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, perception is everything. If you're a person that posts sappy stuff all day, and then you try to be happy, you found good. Who you with now? People start to assume, because that's the perception that you put out there. That image of certain things, no matter whether we like it or not, a lot of people, when it comes to social media, people don't understand you evolve, you change, you grow. what I did last week. I don't want to do that no more. I'm bored with that. Maybe I'm trying to change. But some people will put you into whatever box that they saw you in, that you stayed in, and you kept putting it out there. And you got to consistently do that. But then as soon as you come back the same way, that's what it is. Social media. So sum up the etiquette.
Is there really a way to sum it up? Let me see what I can do. Basically, what I'm getting from this is you need to be mindful of your partner when using social media. You need to be able to compromise with your partner when it comes to social media, about what you post, about how you interact with others on social media, what they're accepting of and not accepting of, what you're accepting of and not accepting of. Just communicate. You got to have that trust, and you have to be secure within yourself to be able to say, I'm not worried about certain things. But like I said, you got to communicate about those boundaries and everything like that within the relationship. And that's for any relationship. Like whether it's like that's your partner, whether that's your friendship, anything. Because that social media is messing up friendships too. Don't post that wrong picture of your friend and they ain't like it. You ain't check with them first. That's gonna cause a whole problem. Why you ain't tell me? I look like I had a lazy eye right there. You didn't even let me know. Right, didn't even touch on that part.
That's a whole nother ball game because it leads to other things. But as far as the etiquette in a relationship, I think it's just being mindful of self-respect. One, the respect for your partner, that's also displayed. People don't think so, but it is, because how you want people to respect your partner, you should want that same thing from them, whether it's social media, in person, or whatever. It's about respecting your partner, how you portray that to be, but also communicate, and don't let social media and things online control you to the point it controls your relationship. Right. Because you let the influences of what somebody said, how many likes this person got, or something like that, or somebody said something in the comment. You can't bring that into your relationship if it's not there. You get what I mean? Because sometimes we can take something that's nothing and make it something.
Right.
And you just sitting there arguing over nothing, and then when you find out it's nothing, you don't waste the time that you could have been happy.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's safe to say it's okay to take breaks. And I tell people that all the time. Some people think you can't take a break. If you realize every aspect, every second of your day or your relationship revolves around social media, it's time to take a break and find out what life really is like, because there's life outside of social media. There are happy relationships outside. I think some of the happiest and best relationships are not online.
Exactly. Definitely not.
Because that time is with them together. You know what I mean? So we should get back to actually talking and what having. Even if you are a couple that's online, maybe dedicate after this time, no social media. It's just us.
Okay.
You get what I mean? It has to be a line drawn of boundaries and expectations. Yeah.
That's romantic.
That's a love language right there.
You got my attention outside of nothing else. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And time is something and people don't understand. Time is very important. So if you can't waste nobody's time, if like you said, if you busy, and we all know people who be busy and trying, but we all want a personal life too. So if we stop being busy and give you that time, or somebody stop being busy for you and give you your time, value that. You shouldn't waste it online or arguing or not being happy. Just see that they took that time. To a person that's like that. That speaks values. That means I'm really feeling you. I want this to go somewhere, because I literally stopped my life just so I can show you that I'm interested and that I'm here. But people don't understand it, and they still want. You know what I mean? It's like, come on now. But yeah, stop letting social media influence your stuff. Influence your own self. Perception is everything, no matter what people think. And people say don't worry about what people think. It is, but be mindful of how you put yourself out there and your partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say. That's online and offline.
Okay.
Same rules apply. But go get tested all the time. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
What we got next week? Jealousy?
I believe so.
Yeah, come back. We're going to be back next week, 8 o'clock on Ham Radio. Download the app or go to hamradio.org to watch all the great shows that we got going on here. And also, you can catch Casual Convo, past shows, current shows, all of that good stuff. And we're going to talk about why y'all get jealous next week.
Okay.